Yo! This week I added a missing secret ingredient to my virtual reality game to make it truly feel like Jet Set Radio. Tricks! And combos, of course. Find out how I managed to make that work in virtual reality in this week's DevLog of Alright, so step 1 was upgrading the lag model from the old version to the new version. Nice! Quite the upgrade, if I do say so myself. It feels a lot more like Jet Set Radio and a lot less like pixel art. So, now we got some new and fresh lags, but how do we make a trick system, and on top of that, how do we make it work in VR? For that, I started by looking at how tricks work in a game like BombRushCyberfunk. In that game, tricks are assigned to 3 trick buttons. Each button will make you do a different trick. Simple enough.
But wait!
Oh no.
There's more!
Oh, okay, these tricks also change depending on what state your character is in. For example, if you're on the ground, in the air, or rail grinding. Luckily, I already made a state machine in DevLog number 2. Check the one out, by the way. With this, I know exactly what state the player is in. But it's activating the tricks that is the tricky part. Anyway, we could easily just map the tricks to the A, B and X, Y buttons of the controller and that would work. But would it be the most fun? We got access to motion controls after all. I say we should put them to good use. So, here's what I came up with. Trick gestures. Hold the trick button and swing both your controllers down to do a downwards trick. And to the right. And up. You get the idea. This gesture system was the first idea I came up with. And unlike most ideas in game dev, this actually did work out. First try. One thing I do want to explore further next week is using tricks as part of your movement. Sonic Rush is one of my favorite games, and in that one, tricks are not just a way to build up score and boost. No, they're an extension of your regular movement, in all directions. Right, but that's for next week. So, how did I program those gestures? Well, it was fairly simple. If you're moving the controller right, the X velocity will be positive. If you're moving it left, it will be negative. If you're moving the controller up, the Y velocity will be positive. If you're moving down, the Y velocity will be indeed, moving your hand down will make the Y velocity negative. What? Did you think I was gonna make another Among Us joke? Now, the velocity numbers in the game are not as straightforward, as your hands do not move in a straight line like a robot. That's a bit ironic. But it's always quite clear what the overarching direction is. It's the number that is the highest. Yeah, sometimes it's that simple. In this case, it's X, while the other numbers are basically just background noise. Cool, so now we can activate tricks, but those will be useless without a score and combo system. So, here's a quick summary of how it often works in other games. Alright, here we go. A combo is started when a trick is performed. Every new trick makes it so you gain more combo multiplier. Every new wall ride or rail grind boost will also increase the multiplier. The combo has a timer, which counts down when you're grounded. While airborne, the timer pauses, and it gets fully reset as long as you're on a rail or wall grinding. Phew, still with me? In the end, all you need to know is that all of this comes together to create an addicting gameplay loop that has you trying to chain as many moves as possible together while playing the floor is lava. It's also great for replayability, as it heavily rewards knowing the stage layout to keep your combo going. And it's always fun to just try to get just that little more score than your last run. As you can see here, tricks and the same combo rules work great in my game, without having to add or change anything to the existing movement, as there was already a lot of overlap between my movement and something like the mentioned BombRushCyberfunk. So at this point you might be feeling the following.
I really want to play this game right now.
Well, join our Discord and sign up for a chance to playtest. For now, the first round of playtest is closed, but if you sign up right now, you can be one of the first in round 2. So, go do that right now. The link's down below. And also a thank you to all the new members over at our hideout at Discord. Our current growth is far beyond my expectations, and all I can say is keep it up, and thank you for your enthusiasm. I also want to give a quick shout out to my supporters over at Ko-Fi. Becoming a member only costs €3 a month for a limited time only.
Nice.
And with this Day 1 membership, you get an exclusive Day 1 Discord role, and your name will be listed in the credits of the game. So, if you feel like supporting me, the link's down below. A huge thank you to Luke, Julius, Blondie Brondy, Neurokid, Saketsu99, Drift Maniac, and Fracture Star for your continued support. I might need to start using a smaller font if this keeps up. So, that about wraps up this devlog. At the beginning of the week, I was not even sure if I could make a trick system work within virtual reality, but I think it turned out pretty nice and intuitive. There's still some work to be done here, like adding a trick for every direction and state, and exploring tricks as a movement option. But I also think it's time to start working on some level design next, to put these tricks to good use. But that's for next week. Alright, I'ma head back to work. See you all next time.